What's up, football fans? You are not going to believe what just happened in the NFL, and yes, this is absolutely real. This is not a rumor, not speculation, not some clickbait headline. It is official. Travis Etienne is now a Dallas Cowboy. I repeat, Travis Etienne, one of the most electric, most dangerous, most versatile running backs in the National Football League, is officially taking his talents to the Lone Star State and suiting up for America's team. This is a moment that is going to send shockwaves through the league, and I'm not exaggerating. This is the type of signing that changes not just the outlook of the Dallas Cowboys offense, but the entire dynamic of the NFC race heading into this season. The Cowboys are clearly done playing nice. They're done settling. This move is a bold statement. A power move. Jerry Jones and the front office just put the league on notice, and whether you love the Cowboys or love to hate them, you cannot ignore this deal. This is massive. Now, let's break this down from every possible angle, because I know Cowboys Nation is buzzing right now, and even neutral fans have to admit this is one of the most headline-grabbing signings we've seen in recent memory. First, let's talk about the player himself. Travis Etienne. If you've followed football at all the past few years, you know what kind of talent he brings. Drafted in the first round by the Jacksonville Jaguars in 2021, coming out of Clemson where he was breaking records and turning heads with his elite speed and vision, Etienne was expected to be a foundational piece for Jacksonville, and for a while, he was. Despite missing his rookie year with a Lisfranc injury, he came back strong, putting up over 1,000 yards in 2022 and proving he was every bit the explosive back we saw in college. He's the kind of guy who can score from anywhere on the field. He's shifty, he's slippery, and he's got that rare acceleration that can turn a 5-yard run into a 50-yard touchdown in a blink. But what really makes him valuable and what makes him such a perfect fit in Dallas is that he's not just a runner. He's a legitimate threat in the passing game. This guy can line up in the slot, catch out of the backfield, and make defenders miss in space. He's a mismatch nightmare for linebackers, and in today's NFL where versatility is king, Travis Etienne might just be one of the most valuable dual threat backs you could ask for. Now, you might be wondering why now? Why did the Jaguars let him walk? Why did Dallas decide to make this move? Well, there's a lot to unpack there. For Jacksonville, they're clearly heading in a different direction. Whether it's due to cap issues, coaching philosophy, or an internal shift in roster priorities, they chose not to extend Etienne or build around him long term. But for Dallas, this is them seizing the moment. This is them recognizing that their Super Bowl window isn't going to stay open forever. Dak Prescott is still in his prime. CeeDee Lamb is evolving into one of the best receivers in the league. The defense, anchored by Micah Parsons, is elite. What they needed desperately was a consistent, explosive playmaker in the backfield. Someone who could take pressure off Dak, keep defenses honest, and convert those tough second and long or third and short situations. Enter Travis Etienne. The Cowboys have been trying to find that next-level back ever since Ezekiel Elliott's production started to taper off. Tony Pollard was great, no doubt he brought energy and speed, but with his injury and upcoming contract uncertainty, the Cowboys needed something solid, something dependable. Etienne gives them just that, and more. He's younger than most of the top-tier running backs in the league, with less mileage on his legs due to the missed rookie season, and his ceiling is sky-high. With the right offensive line in front of him, and make no mistake, Dallas still has one of the most physically dominant O-lines in football. Etienne can absolutely thrive. Reports say the Cowboys are giving Etienne a 4-year deal worth roughly $40 million, with around $22 million guaranteed, which is a serious financial commitment in today's market, especially at the running back position where teams are getting stingier and stingier with big contracts. But again, this signals how much Dallas believes in this guy. This isn't just a fill-the-roster move. This is them going all in on Etienne as the feature back. And don't forget, when the Cowboys commit to a back, they commit. We saw it with Zeke. Now, Etienne steps into that spotlight, and the pressure is going to be there, no question. But if there's one thing this guy has shown, it's that he doesn't shy away from the big moment. He lives for it. And Cowboys fans? You're going to love this guy. He's humble, he works his tail off, and he brings his lunch pail to every snap. You're getting a gamer. So what does this mean for the offense as a whole? Well, it opens up everything. We're talking play-action passes becoming more effective, screen passes becoming lethal, red zone efficiency shooting through the roof. Etienne's mere presence on the field forces defenses to account for him, which means lighter boxes for Dak, more space for Lamb and Brandon Cooks to operate, and a whole new level of unpredictability in Kellen Moore's offense, assuming he opens the playbook and lets this thing breathe. Defenses can no longer just sit back and play the pass or load up on the line. They'll be guessing, adjusting, chasing, and that's when big plays happen. Also, let's be real, this is a PR win too. Cowboys fans have been begging for something big. They've been restless, watching other teams make splashes while Dallas played it conservative. Not anymore. This move is a headline, a locker room energizer, and a rallying point for the team and its fans. You want to spark belief in a fan base? You land a guy like Etienne. It's that simple. Now, what about the fit? Can Etienne really shine in this scheme? Look, the Cowboys' offense is built to run. They've always been built on power up front and balance in the backfield. Etienne adds the home run ability that's been missing. He gives them a gear they haven't had since prime Zeke. And when you have a quarterback like Dak, who operates best when the run game is clicking and play action is on the table, having someone like Etienne changes everything. It's not just a signing, it's a strategic chess move that can pay off deep into January. Of course, there are questions. There are always questions. Can Etienne stay healthy for a full season? Can the Cowboys balance the workload properly? Will Tony Pollard still have a role, or does this push him out? These are fair questions, and the answers will come with time. But from where I'm sitting, this is a low-risk, high-reward move. Even if Etienne gives you 13 games and 1,200 yards, that's more than enough to tilt games in your favor. And if he stays healthy for a full season, we're talking Pro Bowl level production. Maybe even All-Pro if the stars align. And speaking of stars, this is the kind of move that brings out the best in a locker room. Etienne is the kind of teammate that players respect. He doesn't talk trash. He doesn't chase headlines. He just works. And that culture, that work ethic, fits perfectly with what Mike McCarthy is trying to build. You add a guy like this, and it sends a message. Not just to your opponents, but to your own team. We're serious. We're in win-now mode. And that mentality is contagious. Players start grinding harder. Coaches get bolder. And suddenly, that locker room starts to believe that maybe, just maybe, this is the year. Maybe this is the team that finally breaks through. And that brings me to my final point, legacy. The Cowboys haven't sniffed a Super Bowl in nearly 3 decades. Every year, it's the same story: hot start, mid-season stumble, playoff heartbreak. But now, with this roster, with this signing, this feels different. It feels fresh. It feels real. Etienne might just be the spark that lights the fire. So buckle up, Cowboys fans. It's about to get wild. Travis Etienne is here. The NFC better wake up, because Big D just got bigger. And if you thought the Cowboys were done making noise this offseason, think again. This is just the beginning. Hit that like button, drop your reactions in the comments, tell me if you're hyped, concerned, or somewhere in between, and make sure you're subscribed, because we're going to follow every snap, every step, every stat of Etienne's journey in Dallas. From highlight reels to injury updates to sideline mic'd up moments, this channel is where it's all going down. Stay tuned, stay loud, and as always, go Cowboys.